Happy lunch hour, gang. All right, Tuesday, and as per normal, things are getting crazier by the minute. Okay. If you saw this morning, our 2023 final inflation numbers are out. December's numbers came out. Gee, we could have told you, but no. So inflation is creeping back up. Now, mind you, this is the inflation rate. We all know inflation's continuing to climb, okay? But the inflation rate is up. We climbed 3.4% in December over the previous December, and 3.1% again over the 8-9% it was in 2022 for the year. Okay. Yeah, Bidenomics is working so well, right? Because economists predicted last year's inflation was only supposed to be 3. We came in at 3.1%. And nobody needs to say, oh, gee, it's only 0.1%. No, it's zero point 0.1 of 3. Okay, so start doing the math on that. Yeah, inflation came up higher than expected. So, what was the Senate's great idea to do? Well, hey, let's pass a $95 billion spending program where the majority of the money goes to Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel, and Palestine. Okay? Love the Middle East war, and we're supporting both sides, huh? Hedging your bets there, Joe? Now, I'm going to give you this. You all know I am collecting this data. Okay? Most of it's on the House. But I want to give you the name of the 22 Rhino senators who voted to fund Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel, Palestine. Okay? In other words, if any of these senators are up for re-election in November, don't vote for them. Some of the names on here may actually surprise you. Some won't. Okay? John Boozman, Shelley Moore Capito, Bill Cassidy, Susan Collins, John Cornyn, Kevin Kramer, Mike Crapo, Chuck Grassley, Joel Hoven, John Kennedy. That one surprised me. Louisiana. Mitch McConnell did not surprise me. Okay. Jerry Moran, Lisa Murkowski, James Risch, Mitt Romney, Dan Sullivan, Mike Rounds, John Thune, Tom Tillis, Roger Wicker, and Todd Young. None of them deserve your vote. Period. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you all of those people decided here in February of 2024 that the borders in China, the borders in the Middle East, and the borders in Eastern Europe are more important than the southern border of the United States. No matter all the yapping they do on Fox or Newsmax or Breitbart or CNN or the Sunday morning talk shows, I don't care what they say. I care what they do. And these 22 just voted 100% against the interests of the American public. Now, it shouldn't come as any surprise. Every Democrat voted against the interest of the American people. That's kind of a foregone conclusion. I don't have to tell you that. They just move in lockstep, whatever communist Chuck Schumer tells them to do. Okay. There is no such thing as independent thought, the Democrat Party. They're just bobbleheads that go, okay, whatever the majority leader tells us, we'll do. So to give you an idea just how much the American public loves this, and I'm not talking about conservative patriots, I'm talking about liberal traitors. Okay? Maybe they're having a come to Jesus meeting. Chicago, predominantly blue, overwhelmingly Democrat Chicago, okay, who hasn't elected a Republican in as the mayor in generations, okay, who elected a more leftist mayor than they had previously with Lori Lightfoot. Okay. The community in Chicago is a little pissed, to put it politely. Let's put it that way. To the point where the people now are saying, we're not voting blue in November. They're threatening to turn Illinois into a purple state. Why? Because of all the illegals that are showing up in Chicago that are being bussed in. Now, here's the funny part to all of this: the liberal Democrat population is not blaming Governor Greg Abbott from Texas for shipping them all up there. Their comment is, why do we expect them to handle millions upon millions of people? We asked for this. We're a sanctuary city. And now the public, the constituents in Chicago, are saying, we want to rescind our sanctuary city moniker, or however you want to put it. They don't want to be one anymore. The black community is going berserk because the city of Chicago is giving all these benefits to the poor illegal community that the poor black community never had available to them, even though they're citizens, they're taxpayers. And before anybody says, oh, they don't pay taxes, yada, yada, they still pay sales tax and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, okay? Regardless of whether you're collecting every entitlement in the world, you're still paying sales tax and all that sort of stuff. Okay, you're renting an apartment, you're still paying taxes. So yes, they are taxpayers. But when the people of the city are like, we're getting screwed, so you can give the money that we never had made available to us to better our lives, you're going to give to them to better theirs. Somebody explained to them, they're now figuring this out, that it doesn't work. Well, I hate to tell you this, they're citizens of Chicago. We've been telling you that for decades, that you aren't anything to a Democrat other than a vote. They have never delivered on a single promise they have ever made to help your community. And now you are seeing exactly what's going on. They are kicking you to the curb because the new batch of, we'll keep them voting blue for the next 100 years, i.e. what LBJ said, and I'll leave the N word out of that, okay, is now the illegal Hispanic community. That's what the Democrats want, okay? So the black community can get pushed to the side. And the people in Chicago ain't stupid enough to realize or to agree with this. No question whatsoever is this has got to stop. So what happens? Can you imagine if all of a sudden Illinois flipped red? It wouldn't be solid, that's for sure. But if you take out Cook County, DuPage County, Kane County, and Will County out of Illinois, okay, that's Chicago and the collar counties, the rest of the state's pretty much red. Maybe somewhere around Champaign or Springfield, maybe not so much. The rest of the state, solid red. If all of a sudden that Chicago goes purple, Illinois goes red, and then what happens? How much bleed over do you get to Wisconsin or to Michigan or to Minnesota, where the people in the Midwest all see the same thing happening to them? We don't hear stories about illegals being shipped to Milwaukee or to Minneapolis or to Detroit or anything, but it's happening. And the same situation is happening in all those other states. As long as this illegal caravan continues, Greg Abbott's doing the right thing, and 22 Republicans and every single Democrat in the Senate is doing the wrong thing. They keep saying we want immigration reform. We have to stop all this. You know what? Here's immigration reform. The only way that the rest of us are going to ever accept this is if the amount of illegals that's authorized to come across the border is zero. None. Not a single one. Period. And when that is done, then you can talk to me about spending money in other countries. But right now, $95 billion that's getting pissed away to other countries that'll never get paid back because it's a gift from the American people. So you don't have to go to work. We'll just work harder for you, right? It's a gift to them. No. My tax dollars need to stay in my country to protect my house, my county, my city, my state, my people, and my country. That's it. One nation under God. Period. It's the only one we're responsible for. Everybody else can piss off. Pinball out.